All right, this is page 7 from your examples packet, and in this one we are proving that YEAR is a square. I've already plotted the points, so if you haven't plotted the points yet, go ahead and pause the video and plot them. So you should have, again, copied down the notes into the foldable so you know how to prove that something's a square. First, we're going to prove it's a parallelogram. Then we're going to prove that it has right angles. Then we're going to prove that two sides are congruent. So we've got a lot to do on this one. So to prove it's a parallelogram, I'm going to show opposite sides are parallel. So the slope of RA and the slope of YE should be the same. So I'm going to count those slopes first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, up 4 over 2, up 4 over 2. You can reduce that if you want, but I'm just going to leave it. And I can say RA is parallel to YE, same slope. Then I'm going to do the other pair of sides, the slope of RY and the slope of AE, which is going to be down 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 2 over 4. And then AE is negative 2 over 4. Okay, so another conclusion, RY is parallel to AE, same slope. Oops. Okay, so let's mark the sides that we know are parallel. And before I move on, I can actually even, well, let's say that this is a parallelogram first. So YEAR is a parallelogram because opposite sides are parallel. Okay, then I can go ahead and show that these two are perpendicular, that this is a right angle right here at R. And to do that, I just want to compare the slope of RA, which I already found up above. It's 4 over 2. You don't have to count it again. You already did the work. And then the slope of RY, and that was negative 2 over 4. And so because these have negative reciprocal slopes, these must be perpendicular. RA is perpendicular to RY, and my reason is they have negative reciprocal slopes. Okay, so I'm going to mark that as a right angle. And so right now I know it's a parallelogram with a right angle, but for it to be a square, it needs to be a parallelogram with a right angle and congruent sides. So now I need to find the length of two consecutive sides. So I'm going to find the length of RA, and to do that, Pythagorean theorem. So up 4 over 2, there's my right triangle. 4 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. And so 16 plus 4 equals c squared. So 20 equals c squared. So c equals the square root of 20. And therefore RA equals the square root of 20. All right, now I'm going to do, let's say, RY. You can pick either RY or AE as long as it's one that shares a vertex with RA. So I'm going to do RY next. And if you count them, again, it's 2 and 4. So same numbers, 4 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. And so RY equals the square root of 20. So now I'm ready to say that these two things are congruent. So therefore, RA is congruent to RY. And the reason is they have the same length. All right, and then my final conclusion is going to be that this is a square. So in the end, I know YEAR keeps getting thicker. YEAR is a square because it is a parallelogram with right angles, or a right angle, and consecutive sides congruent. All right, so that is example 10 on page 7, and then we're going to go ahead and look at example 11. I've plotted Q and U and A, and so we need to figure out where S is going to be. So S must be somewhere down in this general area. I'm going to do the same type of thing that I did on the previous example page. So if I want to figure out where S has to be, I'm going to figure out the slope to go from U to Q. And right now you need to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So down 6, left 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm right here. All right, so if I go ahead and draw those in, what will that look like? So from here, whoops, hold on. Let me try that again. Here to here, and here to here. That should look like a square, hopefully. And so I'm going to just go ahead and label this as S. We have to make sure we write the point, the coordinates of the point, and it's 2, -10. It doesn't tell me to prove that I've made a square, but you should at least verify your slopes. Opposite sides are congruent and parallel, but we don't have to do a proof here, so it's just 2, -10.